Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On play action, they'll throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Buying time to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Off the play fake. Lowry eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Dobbs. Steps away to his left. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now they try the right side here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Allen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun, Lowry. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it to the 15. A flashy move, but little to show for it. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lowry. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
From midfield, here's Allen. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
To throw on 3rd down. Allen. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Brown, his first catch. It's a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On 1st, here's Washington. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they try the right side here. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And they'll go on the ground. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. Extra point attempt to come here. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off play action. Lowry. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 13 yards there offset some of the penalty yardage as it's second down.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down. Lowry going for it. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return, it's DeAndre Washington. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now this time, Allen will throw. And a Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this.
The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Gone! Over!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right. He's got a man complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. It's a big play for the Bills on third down. 41 yards. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. That is now a 2-touchdown game with the Steelers in the driver's seat. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. Allen now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The 20. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
The Bills on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Play action. Now it's Allen. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down.
Gun!
On 1st and 10, Lowry. It's complete to Parker, left side. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Lowry on the move to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before break. Lowry. And he finds Stills, complete. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Gun!
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
got the lead. Yeah.
we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game.
No.
Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here. He was looking for Parker that time, and it'll bring up third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Lowry. Flushed out right. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Give him 30 yards there.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Gone!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Leonard Fournette. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Now the Bills' offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Going for a right side here, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Watch him now, Barney!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Now Allen. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
No. Check. Patriot.
On second down, Washington. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back now in Miami. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. The Bills on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
From the gun, it's Allen. Open man, there is Malone. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Allen, gotta have this one. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Back to throw. Lowry. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Off play action. Lowry. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On second down, here's Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And it's caught by Parker. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
He'll get it up the middle, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's...
And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
On the return, it's Washington. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Allen. That's caught. It's Malone. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
Lucky 56.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will get them one closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Lowry. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Back to that Philly. Here we go. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Right there. 56. Right.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
56. Lucky 56.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinators...
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Here we go now.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the Bills will take another timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So that will push them back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Gone!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge.